Baker was driving late in the first half, down 21-14, looking to tie it before halftime, and it was a Culver Stockton pick six right before the half that gives the Wildcats a 14-point lead over the Wildcats. Culver Stockton and Baker, both the Wildcats. Culver Stockton leading that game 28-14 at the half, and that is quite a shocker in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. Here this afternoon, Bruce State trailing 27-0 at the half. They will get the ball to start the game this afternoon, or to start the second half, but they've got a lot of work to do in this second half to catch these MidAmerican Nazarene Pioneers. That game is actually at Baker, Daryl. That is a game that is at Emo Liston Stadium in Baldwin City, Kansas. So that's got to be a shock crowd down in Baldwin City this afternoon.
Well, it really does, because that's not a friendly place to go play.
So Casillas tees it up. He kicks it into the wind. It's a high kick, and it's going to be fielded by Spearman at the 26. He's out to the 30, the 35, the 40. He's to the 50, the 45, the 40. And Casillas has a hold of him at the 31-yard line. Marcus Spearman returns the high kickoff all the way down to the MidAmerican Nazarene 31. And the Bobcats are going to start in great field position here in the third quarter. They're going to spot it, Daryl, right at the 30-yard line. So that was a 44-yard kickoff return by Marcus Spearman.
Well, that is a great way to start the second half. This is probably the furthest Peru State's been in this game as well, isn't it?
It is. They had only gotten to the 47-yard line prior to this. Tommy Wilson comes in on first down, and he fumbles the ball on first down. Taken down from behind, fumbles the ball, and they're fighting for it out about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, they give it a minute. That's 5 turnovers already.
The fifth turnover of the game. Tommy Wilson was running an option. He was stripped from behind, and the Bobcats can't handle prosperity as they lose 12 yards and the ball on first down. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, so we finally got a score. Northwest Missouri is leading 27-3 over Missouri Western. Missouri Western is upset at their homecoming last week by Emporia State.
So the Pioneers come in. The Bobcats play last one play. The possession lasts one play and goes minus 12 yards. And MidAmerican Nazarene on first down hands the ball on the inside reverse to Urban Simmons. He's all the way down to the Peru State 43-yard line.
Yeah, and Simmons has such strength that Logan Pabin grabbed onto him and got drugged downfield 3 or 4 yards before he brought him to the ground. And here's maybe an upset in the making in the MidAmerica Athletic Conference. Nebraska Kearney leads Fort Hays State 10-9.
I believe that only loss that Pittsburgh State has this year, the Fighting Gorillas, is to Fort Hays State. First down and 10 for MidAmerican Nazarene. They're at the Bobcat 43-yard line. Ball handed inside to Eric May, and he gets it down to about the 37 or 38-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. They're going to spot it at the 38. It'll be second down and 5 for the Pioneers. Actually, they only gets it to the 39, so second down and 6 at the ball at the 39-yard line. So what do you do if you're Steve Snyder? Your quarterbacks, between the two of them, have turned it over 5 times this afternoon. Your top 2 quarterbacks are out. That's your third and fourth string quarterbacks to begin with.
You know who starter number 5 is?
Yeah, it's a quarterback, a freshman out of East Butler High School. I'll look him up here in a second. Underneath pass to Simmons. He's got the first down, still on his feet, down inside the 25. Darvell Collins brings him down about the 23-yard line. It's a freshman that is from either Wahoo or maybe East Butler High School. Travis Carnahan out of Wahoo, 5'9", 185 would be the next quarterback in the game. First down and 10 for the Pioneers. They started this drive on their own 42. Hedlund under center. Turns, hands the ball to Taylor, and he's inside the 20, down to about the 17-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4 for the Pioneers. So when you look at the last two opponents on the schedule, Daryl, you've got Central Methodist, the final game. They beat Missouri Valley earlier this year. It's 5-1 in the conference. Culver Stockton up 2 touchdowns on Baker. So no easy games in the Heart of America Athletic Conference.
Boy, absolutely not.
Split backs for the Pioneers. Hedlund under center, turns, hands the ball to Taylor. Taylor is going to be taken down in the middle of the line. Looks like the bottom of the pile. Let's see who that is. That is going to be Brian Bell. And John Drager in on the tackle for the Bobcats.
Well, it just gets tougher next year as Grandview, now ranked number 3 in the country, and William Penn, number 16 in the country, join the HAC conference.
So at least 5 teams in the current top 25 will be on the Bobcats schedule next year. 3rd down and 3, ball at the 16-yard line. Hedlund on play action, back to pass is hit and a sliding catch. What a great catch for MidAmerican Nazarene.
The quarterback got hit. I thought that ball was going to hit the ground, but the receiver dived and got it. Actually, 6, Doc, because remember Benedictine's still rated. They're number 22 in the country.
Trevor Vogelsmeyer gets the catch and moves the chains. What a great catch for the sophomore wide receiver. 1st down and 10 for the Pioneers. The ball is at the 13-yard line. Split backs. Hedlund under center. Turns and pitches the ball to Taylor. Taylor cuts it back up inside. He's taken down there after almost no gain, maybe a gain of 1. Again, Brian Bell, Matt O'Neill, and Elijah Hawkins in on the tackle. Drager there. I think Drager's going to get credit for the tackle. Elijah Hawkins right there as well.
That Javon Taylor has such an interesting run. When he gets in a situation where he's right at the line of scrimmage like that, he just seems to kind of hop horizontally. He's really an east-west, almost an east-west hopper when it comes to getting through the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to 9, ball at the 11-yard line. Hedlund turns, pitches the ball to Taylor. Taylor pops it outside, and he's taken down there by Shane Lloyd for probably a loss of 1, Daryl. That's another tackle for a loss for Shane Lloyd.
Yeah, and that was an absolutely great tackle. He just caught him by one angle as he ran by him. Shane Lloyd was falling to the ground, reached out, grabbed his ankle, and brought him down for a loss.
So the Bobcats with 5 turnovers in basically one half in one play as they fumbled the ball on the opening play of the second half. MidAmerican Nazarene has now run 20 more plays than the Bobcats have in this game. 3rd down and 10. Ball at the 12. Bobcats showing blitz. And he had Eric May for what would have been a walk-in touchdown, and he was forced to throw it early because of the pressure that was being put on by Jason Park. So 4th down, and the Pioneers will attempt a short field goal. This one will only be about a 29-yarder for Christian Casillas. Corrigan is the holder. And they're going to spot the ball. And it called that one a 29 or a 30-yarder, Daryl?
Well, they should call it a 29 because it's not quite to the 30.
Kick is up, and it is going to be good. 9:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter. MidAmerican Nazarene leads it 30-0. We'll be back with more after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Needing to feed your livestock and pets? Leroy Abel Farms can help you with all of your feeding needs. Bill, your feed specialist at Leroy Abel Farms, has over 30 years of feed experience when selecting the right feed for your livestock and pets. Check out their selection of quality in-stock fly and mineral lick tubs. Call Bill or visit him in South Auburn at 2800 O Street. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 to noon. Leroy Abel Farms, if you got it, they can feed it.
Stay tuned for the Peru State College postgame show after the game on B103.
So it is ruled a 30-yard field goal for Christian Casillas. 9:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter. MidAmerican Nazarene up 30-0. And Daryl, as they say, it could be a lot worse. They have scored on after all 5 Bobcat turnovers today.
Oh,
that one time they squibs it. He didn't want to give Marcus Spearman the chance to return it. That is recovered by John Frink at about the 35-yard line. So Peru State starts 9:44 remaining in the third quarter. They're going to start on their own 35, first down and 10.
Yeah, John Frink, one of the younger players, too, a sophomore. He's from Hooper, Nebraska.
I think he played at least one season at Millard North, although the hometown is Hooper. So Tommy Wilson stays in the game. He had the fumble on the first play of the second half. Two receivers to the far side, one to the near side. They're in the I formation. They toss it on the reverse to Floodman. He's to the 40, the 45, and he's got a first down out at the 49-yard line. A.J. Floodman, the freshman out of Norris. And, Daryl, that's really the first time we've seen him run with the ball this year. We've seen him catch it a few times, and he had good speed coming on the reverse there.
Well, yeah, that was a well-set-up play. Everything seemed to be like was going to the right. He came around to the left and was able to make almost midfield.
Tommy Wilson gets the play from the sidelines.
But that's only first down number 5 for the Bobcats today.
Bobcats going south to north with the wind behind them here in this third quarter in the I formation. Under center is Wilson. Keeps it now, pitches to Spearman. Spearman's got it to the 45 where he's going to be taken down 44 after a gain of about 7. On the bottom of the pile for MidAmerican Nazarene is Demetrius Finney and Matt Rashad.
Yeah, Spearman had 3 men bringing him to the ground when he was finally stopped. But just second 3, that's been kind of unusually short for a second down today for the Bobcats.
Second down and 3 for the Cats. 8:38 remaining, third quarter, down 30-0. Back into the veer. Wide receiver split to each side. Aaron Smith, your fullback, he gets the handoff. He's got a first down inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. He is tripped up there by Cameron King.
That's Aaron Smith's 4th carry on the day, 22 yards now this afternoon.
And the pattern for the Bobcats today has either been 2 first downs. They've had 4 first downs before this drive, 2 on each of 2 drives. And now have their 2 first downs on this drive.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't end right here then.
Otherwise, it's been a punt or a turnover. First down and 10 for the Cats. Ball at the 37-yard line. Ball is pitched to Spearman to the far side. He's to the 35. He's to the 30 and run out of bounds by Cameron King, short of the first down.
But down about the 29-yard line.
And that was a nice misdirection as Aaron Smith had come to the left, but the ball pitched back to the right. It'll bring second down and 2. So second down and 3 followed by second down and 2, Daryl.
So, yeah, that's unusual for what we've seen this year for the Bobcats. They're good at getting to the third long positions, but, just second and 2. Marcus Spearman, 2 good runs on this drive.
Ball's at the 29-yard line. Spearman, one of the halfbacks in the veer. Now Trombley goes in motion to the near side. Wilson back to pass, looking at downfield for Coughlin, and overthrows him out of bounds. Pretty good coverage by MidAmerican Nazarene. Markeith Cooper. There was not a lot of room for a pass to be completed there.
Coughlin was back behind the defender, but the ball, there just wasn't enough sideline left.
So third down and 2 for the Cats.
Yeah, Northwest Missouri now 30-3 over Missouri Western.
The Bearcats and the Griffins down in the MIAA this afternoon. Spearman goes into motion. They fake the toss to him, and the pass is to Aaron Smith. It's complete. Down inside the 25, it's another first down, and they break the first down logjam there as they get their 7th first down of the afternoon.
Yeah, and that would be 3 first downs in this drive and the most of any drive. So do you know what conference William Jewell went into, Doc, when they left the Hack?
They went into the Great Lakes Valley Conference.
Okay, because they're playing McKendree and trailing 20-10 right now. Team
from Illinois. That conference goes down into Kentucky Westland. It includes schools in Indiana, Kentucky, Wisconsin, and Illinois. It's a big conference. First down gets nothing for Aaron Smith. William Jewell, of course, was in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. When they vacated their spot here, Peru State took that spot. And the Cardinals moved into the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Rockhurst is a school you've probably heard of. They're in that conference.
Oh, okay.
It's a small D2, private schools for the most part, D2 conference, NCAA D2. Tommy Wilson takes the handoff. He's back to pass. He's got nobody open, and now he flips it out. It's going to be pass interference called. It was intended for Andrew Robinson, and Markeith Cooper was just hanging all over him there. And that is quite a size mismatch. Of course, Markeith Cooper, very fast. He's 5'9", but Andrew Robinson at 6'4", he was giving up 7 inches to him. And Robinson, Daryl, was doing a nice job of shielding the ball with his body, and Cooper had to go through him to break up that pass. It is going to be a pass interference call, I believe. They're still talking about it. Yep, it is first down for the Bobcats. It's a spot foul at that point. And it'll be first down and 10 for the Cats at the 15. So a nice drive for Peru State. They started this drive on their own 35-yard line.
First and 10, Peru State at the MidAmerican 15.
So they're at the 15. They've gone 50 yards in 8 plays. And now in the veer, Tommy Williams and Wilson, they fumble it again. The Bobcats are going to recover it, but not until it's all the way back to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Marcus Spearman got that 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but unfortunately won't let go as a negative 15-yard rush for Marcus Spearman.
Yeah.
So he saved the ball for the Bobcats, but destroyed his rushing this afternoon.
They actually lose 16 yards on that play back to the 31-yard line. It'll be second down and 26. So the Bobcats had 119 yards in total offense before that play. It should drop it back close to 100 again.
Yeah, and another trivia question. You know where Lindenwood went when they left the Hack?
Yes, they went to the MIAA.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're playing Central Missouri. I guess if I'd looked at their opponent, I'd noticed that. Nothing in the first quarter against Lindenwood Central Missouri.
Peru State's going to take a timeout here to try to settle down. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. Bobcats trail 30-0. We'll be back with this after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
How many times are your kids asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? No matter what the answer, a college education will likely play a big part. Statistics show that children who grow up with savings accounts are 6 times more likely to attend college. At Arbor Bank, we offer starter savings accounts for kids under the age of 20. Savings accounts are a great way to get them headed down the right path. It's never too early to start saving for the future at Arbor Bank. Arbor Bank, helping you grow. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Back to more Bobcat football on today's best country, B103.
5:31 remaining in the third quarter. Peru State down 30-0. Second down and 26. They're on the 31-yard line. They need to get to the 5 for a first down. Tommy Wilson throws a little shovel pass underneath to Marcus Spearman, and MidAmerican Nazarene not fooled. They get 2 yards. They're going to have third down and 24 to go. So, Daryl, you usually worry about burning a timeout early in the second half. Not sure that's going to be a big deal today.
No. Yeah, they gave Spearman a negative 16-yard rush for running back and jumping on that fumble.
That's really it should be a team rush, I've always thought. I thought that's unfair to penalize a running back for a hustle play. Back to passes Wilson on third down. Pocket breaks down, throws it down the middle. He's got a receiver there, and he can't find him. Oh, my goodness. He had wide open in the end zone Jacob Merrill, and Jacob Merrill couldn't get to the ball. Tommy Wilson can't find him.
Yeah, it was underthrown by probably 5 yards, but he was wide open in the end zone. And Jacob Merrill, another one of those young kids, a freshman from Elkhorn. One of those freshmen 18 freshmen on the 2 deep for the Bobcats.
So attempting the field goal is going to be Greg Connery. It's going to be a 44-yard field goal, which I believe would be his longest of the season. With the wind behind him, the snap's good, the placement's good, and it's blocked. Matter of fact, he might have kicked it into the middle of his lineman. He was kicking it low to keep it out of the wind, and the Bobcats now, after 11 plays, turned it back to MidAmerican Nazarene, still with a goose egg on the board, 30-0 Pioneers.
Well, if nothing else, the Peru State defense got a rest this time. We're now down to 4:41, so a lot of that second quarter taken up with Peru State's offense moving down the field.
That actually, Daryl, would have been a 48-yard field goal because the ball spotted now on the 31.
Yeah, I believe he had a 45 earlier this season, but yeah, that would have been the longest of the season.
Pioneers come out, Hedlund under center, split backs. Turns around, hands the ball to Kirkwood on the inside reverse, and taken down in a nice tackle by Cody Sullivan.
Ball carried by number 10, Daryl Kirkwood. Nice tackle on it.
So it'll be second down and about 7 to go. He did get 3 on that.
34-yard line in MidAmerican.
As I mentioned, the Peru State volleyball team won their 24th game of the season last night, the most since 2002. It was senior night, and 8 seniors were honored after the game, and every one of them had parents there last night. One of the girls as far away as Utah.
8 seniors, a lot on a college volleyball team. Now, Eric May leaves the field very slowly. MidAmerican Nazarene now with 3 wide receivers in the pattern, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Back to passes, Hedlund rolling to the far side and can't come up with a catch. Sliding on his back for the Pioneers was Taylor Davis, and it'll be third down and about 7 for the Pioneers. Huskers go up 7-0 on a block punt. There's 9:10 remaining in the first quarter in that game. Michigan up early on Indiana, 3-0 in the Big Ten. And West Virginia leading TCU 7-0 early in a Big 12 game with 2 top 20 teams there. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far side. Hedlund back in the gun. Bobcats show blitz. They dump it under to Javon Taylor, and he's going to be taken down right at the first down marker, maybe a half yard short. And it's going to be 4th down. Shane Lloyd saw that it was a screen, but it was away from him, and he couldn't get up there. Elijah Hawkins get the tackle. 4th down and a full yard to go. And they are going to punt. Here comes Patrick Corrigan.
Yeah, and a strong win, too. This does give Peru State chance for good field position again. 3:44 and the clock's running in the third quarter.
So the Bobcats ran 11 plays on the last drive, but a fumble again. It was they've had 5 turnovers plus that fumble, but they didn't lose it. Nevertheless, and now MidAmerican Nazarene is going to take a timeout. Oh, they wanted the timeout before the delay of game, but they said, now maybe they're going to give them the timeout. We'll find out. The clock had run down. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Tell you what's happening when you get back. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
You might think they just fix and sell tires at Douglas Tire, but wait, there's more. They also rotate your tires and do an alignment. But wait, there's more. At Douglas Tire, you can get your oil changed, brakes repaired, belts checked, and get a tune-up. And that's not all. Need transmission work? Starter giving you trouble? Bring your vehicle to Douglas Tire. Need a cup of coffee while you wait? You know where to go. Douglas Tire, 1315 Central Avenue, Nebraska City.
Your home for today's best country and Peru State athletics. KBIE Auburn, Nebraska City. B103 and B103.FM.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Logan Pabin back to receive the punt. Here comes the punt from Corrigan. Pabin with the fair catch at the 30-yard line. As the Bobcats were going for the block, unable to get it. Pabin makes the fair catch, and the Bobcats will start first down and 10, down 30-0 on their own 30. 3:20 remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, breezy afternoon, 24-mile-an-hour wind at Falls City right now. The Nebraska City Airport at 23, so we're getting some pretty good breeze this afternoon, even down here in this hole in the Oak Bowl. And once again, all the signs are back up. Looked down in the south end zone a few minutes ago. 4 of the 6 were laying down, and they've all got them all set back up again. The signs advertising the sponsors.
Wilson pitches it to Spearman, who runs out of room and now is going to reverse his field. And Tommy Wilson throws a block to spring him. He's to the 35, the 40. He's got the first down, driven out of bounds there by Demetrius Finney. So Marcus Spearman, who we call Supercharge in that play, and a great crackback block by Tommy Wilson to free him on the edge.
Yeah, Peru State men's basketball opens tonight here in Peru at 6 o'clock with Doan. Coach Behrens starting the season, coming a brand new coach for the Bobcats.
Daryl, we had quite a play I'll tell you about here in the Graceland game. Tommy Wilson on the option pitches it to Trombley. Trombley's got the first down, or not the first down, but he's got it out to midfield, a gain of about 7. Daryl, in the the Missouri Valley Graceland game, the Graceland kicker lined up to attempt a 62-yard field goal. It was short. Davis for Missouri Valley caught it in the end zone and took it 100-plus yards for the touchdown. So it's 21-6 now at the half, Missouri Valley over Graceland.
Wow.
Wilson pulls the ball out from Smith, keeps it himself. He's got the first down to the 40-yard line. So a gain of about 15 on the play down to the 40, first down and 10 for the Cats. So Tommy Wilson running the option here in the second half, looking pretty good for the Cats.
Well, the Peru State offense, has been able to move. They just, with turnovers, plaguing them, 4 fumbles, lost 3 of them, and 2 interceptions today.
In comes James Schluka with the play. We've seen him a lot on special teams, but not a lot running out of that halfback position. They're in the veer. He's in the left halfback. He goes into motion. They pitch it to him, and he gets outside of one Pioneer, runs over another one, but only a gain of 1. He ran a long way for 1 yard. On the tackle for the Pioneers was Derek Pollux.
Yeah, the ball was snapped from pretty close to the hash mark on this side of the field, on the west side, and the play going north went to the east side, and actually going to give him a pickup of 2 for running about 50 yards.
Schluka stays in the game at that left halfback. They're on the far hash mark. Back to passes. Wilson, he's got Schluka open, but he can't find him, and he's going to be taken down. He fumbles it again, and MidAmerican Nazarene, I believe, is on the ball on their own 45-yard line.
I was hoping they'd call him down because he was going to the ground when he fumbled the ball, but they are going to call it that the play was still active, and so MidAmerican Nazarene will get the ball on their own 45-yard line, and that's turnover number 6.
6.
Yep. It'd be 4 fumbles and 4 lost fumbles and 2 interceptions this afternoon for the Bobcats.
Well, you got to give MidAmerica Nazarene credit because they have scored after every single turnover. Now they're helping Tommy Wilson off the field.
So we may end up seeing that 5th-string quarterback.
Jacob Carnahan, the number 5 quarterback. I haven't even looked for him on the sideline, Daryl. I'll give you his number here in a second. Hedlund hands the ball to Taylor, and he's got it up the middle. He's going to go to the house. He's to the 20, the 10, touchdown, a 55-yard touchdown run. And MidAmerican Nazarene keeps the record perfect after every one of the 6 Bobcat turnovers they have scored. Minute 17 remaining now. So that's one play, 7 seconds, 55 yards if you're scoring at home, if you're still listening at home. For Javon Taylor, in comes Casillas. The extra point kick is up, and it's good. 1:17 remaining in the third quarter. MidAmerican Nazarene leads at 37-0. We'll be back after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Does your business need a professional web presence, but you don't know where to start? This is Katie Radke of KR Creative, and I can design a website that will get your business noticed. Owning my own company, I understand the needs of a small business. I will create a website that captivates your audience and give you tips on how to maintain and update yourself. Visit krcreativedesigns.com to schedule a free 30-minute website design consultation, and together we will come up with a plan that fits your needs and budget. Or stop by my new location at 505 Central Avenue in Nebraska City.
Back to more Bobcat football on today's Best Country, B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State now down 37-0. 1:17 left. They have turned the ball over 6 times. I've been doing Bobcat football now for 11 years, and I don't remember a 6-turnover game before, Daryl. I don't know if you remember seeing one
I think their championship year, I think there were 5 turnovers in a game with Dome, but Peru State won the game anyway. But I believe it was a 5-turnover game, so this would be the most.
Kickoff is returned by Trombley. Gets it at the 20. He's out to the 30, the 35. He's going to be taken down at the 38-yard line on a nice tackle by Drake Tofey from San Francisco, California. So the Bobcats will start off 1-1-1 on the clock, and they're at their own 38-yard line. And Tommy Wilson comes back out. That might have been a pride limping to the sideline. He fumbled for the 4th time today. I'm going to have somebody help me off the field because he's back under center right now. Their own 38-yard line.
Well, I don't see a number 4, so I don't know if Travis Carnahan's been redshirted or what, but I don't see a number 4 in the sidelines.
Carried by number 32,
Eric Morrison-Smith loses a yard. There's a penalty flag on the play on the far sideline. In comes Frank. Illegal substitution on the defense. That is an unusual call on the defense. You don't see that a whole lot.
With a 5-yard mark-off, they'll put it at the 43-yard line, and the Cats will have it 1st and 5 at their own 43-yard line.
1st down and 5 for the Bobcats after the penalty on their own 43, which was good. Eric Morrison-Smith had lost a yard on that play. Marcus Spearman gets it out of the I formation, going to be close to a 1st down. He's going to have the 1st down out at the 49-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Cats.
Yeah, Marcus Spearman has about 30 yards on the day, and he was given credit for 2 different fumbles. One of them, when it was an errant pitch went toward him, he was given a -8 and then -16 on that fumble recovery. So actually, he's probably up about 50 yards in total yardage.
Wilson back to pass on 1st down. Floats it across the middle, but throws it behind Jacob Merrill. 2nd down and 10 for the Bobcats. Derek Pollux on the coverage for the Pioneers.
Well, Pollux was behind him, but yet Peru's Jacob Merrill was open. But just thrown a little behind, as you mentioned, Doc.
Cats down 37-0. 29 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And next week's opponent is now up 31-14 on Baker.
Yeah, Baker just 2 weeks ago. Oh.
Spearman gets a handoff on 2nd down, gets it inside Pioneer territory down to the 45-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for the Cats. Baker, a week before the game last week, was ranked number 2 in the nation.
That's what I was starting to say before that play came. That's been quite a change of season for Baker.
They lose in overtime and now are down 31-14 at home to Culver Stockton, a team that was tied for last place in the conference. Ball handed to the fullback. I think that's Morrison-Smith. Going to be short of the 1st down, gets it to the 42. It's going to be 4th down and 1. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Peru State trails MidAmerican Nazarene 37-0. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this timeout. Listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
You might think they just fix and sell tires at Douglas Tire, but wait, there's more. They also rotate your tires and do an alignment. But wait, there's more. At Douglas Tire, you can get your oil changed, brakes repaired, belts checked, and get a tune-up. And that's not all. Need transmission work? Starter giving you trouble? Bring your vehicle to Douglas Tire. Need a cup of coffee while you wait? You know where to go. Douglas Tire, 1315 Central Avenue, Nebraska City.
Does your business need a professional web presence but you don't know where to start? This is Katie Radke of KR Creative, and I can design a website that will get your business noticed. Owning my own company, I understand the needs of a small business. I will create a website that captivates your audience and give you tips on how to maintain and update yourself. Visit krcreativedesigns.com to schedule a free 30-minute website design consultation, and together we will come up with a plan that fits your needs and budget. Or stop by my new location at 505 Central Avenue in Nebraska City.
More Bobcat sports coverage is at B103.FM.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. And Daryl, what else can go wrong for the Bobcats? Bobcats looking at 4th and a long one, and jumping off sides for the Cats before the play was their left tackle, Joe Hobart, the sophomore out of Wichita. And so now they got 4th down and 7. There just hasn't been anything go right for the Cats this afternoon. 6 turnovers in the first 3 quarters.
That's kind of when it rains, it pours, the thing where kids heard quite often.
Tommy Wilson in the pistol formation. He's got the snap on 4th down and 7. Back to pass under heavy pressure, and he throws it underneath. And, I've never understood that. They ran a 3-yard route with the wide receiver trailing through the middle of the route on 4th down and 7. He's tackled immediately. Jacob Merrill catches the pass, but why do you run a 3-yard route on 4th down and 7?
Yeah, it would just have to be a yard after catch. You'd have to hope that the receiver would make some yards on his own. But through the end of the third quarter, Peru State 11 first downs now, 16 for MidAmerican Nazarene. Total yards, 146 for Peru State Bobcats, 338 for the Pioneers.
14:52 remaining in this one.
Peru State 6 of 15 on passing with 2 interceptions, only 10 of 24 for MidAmerican Nazarene, but a lot of drop passes on the Pioneer receivers this afternoon.
1st down and 10. We've got a new quarterback in the game and a new running back for MidAmerican Nazarene. Carrying the ball that time was DJ Kauai from Alea, Hawaii.
Yeah, Nate Trombley leading rusher through the third quarter, 6 attempts, 39 yards, and he also has a catch for 6 yards. Aaron Smith, 3 catches for 27 yards this afternoon. He's also had 5 carries.
He pronounced that Kauai is what Dale Thomas, the PA announcer, pronounced that, so I'll go with that. Quarterback in the game is Brandon Jeffries, a junior out of Azalea, California. 1st down and 10 for MidAmerican Nazarene, and Kauai has it again. He falls for a 1-yard loss, and looked like Jason Park in on the tackle for the Bobcats.
Yeah, John Drager, 8 tackles, leads the Bobcats through the end of the third quarter. Shane Lloyd has 7. Logan Pabin and Elijah Hawkins, 5 each.
Who was the first one there, Daryl, who has the most tackles?
John Drager, 8 tackles.
8 tackles.
Yeah, Shane Lloyd, Elijah Hawkins, and Matt O'Neill have a tackle for us today, and Briar Burr a pass breakup.
Ball handed inside to the big fullback. He's rambling down to the 34-yard line. That was Jonathan Stark. Was that Ashton Johnson, 5'10", 255 freshman. He was brought down there by Christian Ruiz. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 with the ball at the 35 as we're getting some subs in for both teams here, trying to figure out who all we have on the field. Brandon Jeffries, the quarterback, turns and he hands the ball to Kauai. And the Bobcats trip him up, but not until he has the 1st down.
Yeah, Fort Hays State came back and from behind defeated University of Nebraska Kearney 24-17 this afternoon in the MIAA.
Missouri Valley now leading 27-6 over Graceland. And Baker has come back to 31-21 in that game with Culver Stockton. 1st down and 10 for the Pioneers at the 32-yard line of the Bobcats. And Kauai is hit as soon as he gets the ball. He breaks that tackle, but taken down. It was interesting. It was a nice hit by Nick Lechtenberg, but he didn't wrap up. But right there to finish was Isaiah Spears, as well as Sam Dolzal and Christian Ruiz. So good secondary effort for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it turned out being about a half a dozen Bobcats back there by the time the play was over.
Lost 5 on the play as we go under 12 minutes to go. 2nd down and 15. Back to pass. Finds his receiver on the far side. That's the big fullback, Ashton Johnson, and he's got the 5 yards back, plus 1 or 2 more, down to the 31. It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, Northwest Missouri now leading Missouri Western 33-3. And that William Jewell game, they've come back to tie McKendree 2020.
William Jewell, for several years, had a volleyball player I was rather fond of. My daughter played for the Cardinals. 3rd down and 9. The ball handed on the reverse to Taylor Davis. He gets about 3. It'll be 4th down, and they're going to try another field goal with the win. There'll be Casillas attempting a field goal from 45 yards.
28-yard line, where it's going to bring up a 4th down and 6.
Christian Casillas. He'll be on the right hash mark. He's got plenty of leg.
Corrigan will hold.
Corrigan, the punter, and a backup quarterback will be the holder. Placement's good, and the kick is up, and it is good. MidAmerican Nazarene goes up 40-0. 10:25 remaining. We'll be back after this timeout. This is Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Cooler weather means comfort foods, and it doesn't get any more comfortable than with Valentino's Grand Buffet. Creamy pastas, garlic bread, pizza, and don't forget the chicken tenders and mashed potatoes. Plus, you can order pizza and pasta to go or have it delivered. Who needs a mess in the kitchen? They'll even give you a bib. No excuses, dine in or carry out. All your favorite home-style foods are at Valentino's, so husker down and cozy up to some cheesy lasagna. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Open daily, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. South 11th, Nebraska City.
Now, back to Doc and Daryl on the gridiron for more Peru State football on B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State trailing this one 40-0 to MidAmerican Nazarene. The Pioneers taking advantage of 6 Bobcat turnovers, and they scored after every turnover. So very efficient on the part of the Pioneers this afternoon. And they will kick off here with the wind after the 45-yard field goal by Christian Casillas. Here comes the kick. Trombley's going to field it at the 7. He's to the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, and it's going to be out to about the 28 or 29-yard line.
Trombley on the return out to about the 29-yard line.
So
that's where Peru State will have it. First and 10.
They'll start on their own 29, 1st down and 10, 10-17 remaining in this one.
Yeah, Peru State has 147 yards in total offense on 52 plays going into this drive.
Marshall Klontz comes back into the game for the Bobcats. He's got Schluka in with him, and he also has Jake Goebel, freshman out of Des Moines. First time we've seen Jake today. Split backs, handoff up the middle, and that's not going anywhere. Let's see who the Bobcats have on the field. Dylan Bruggeman's still in at the left guard. Bo Godwin's still in at the right tackle. Doug Kelsey Jr. still in at left guard. Hobart's still in. So still the starting offensive line. 2nd down and 9. Split to the near side is Don Wilkerson. In the slot is either Coughlin or Merrill. It's 80-something. Back to pass is Klontz. He's in trouble. He breaks free, now throws it out, and it was intended for A.J. Floodman, falling incomplete.
Now, that was a flag down. A late flag came into the...
It's either going to be interference or defensive holding, I believe. Floodman was trying to spin to the ball, and a defender had a hold of him.
Yeah, just got word while we're waiting for that. Just got word there was a car accident at Highway 75 and Highway 62, which is the Stella Corner, I believe.
Not going to speculate as to who the holding was on because we're not sure. We couldn't pick up a number there, but it was defensive holding on the Pioneers.
Yeah, and I guess there's a fire with the accident, too, at the Stella Corner.
Wow. Not good news down by Stella this afternoon. First down and 10 for the Cats. Klontz running option, pitches it to Goebel, and Goebel taken down and fumbles it again, but this one goes out of bounds.
It actually gains 2 yards in the fumble. He was tackled at the 41-yard line of the Bobcats. The ball went out of bounds at about the 43.
Fumble out of bounds.
Oh, but they're going to put the ball back where he was tackled, not where it went out of bounds.
So, they did throw the beanbag, but I'm not sure whether that was a fumble or not.
Oh, he might have already been down, you mean, before the ball went out?
I'm wondering if that was the case, because one referee threw the beanbag down, but since the ball was put down where he was tackled, not where the ball went out of bounds, I'm guessing that they called him down on the play. Second down and 10. Klontz back to pass, looking up the field. He's got a receiver. It's Floodman, and it goes through his arms. That would have been a nice play down inside the 25, but instead it's going to be third down and 10 for the Bobcats.
He's going to bring up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So the Bobcats, 54 plays now for 149 yards. They've had 5 fumbles and have lost 4 of them, so they did not call that a fumble, plus the 2 interceptions. Third down and 10, ball at the 41. And Goebel has it handed to him. He gets a yard or 2. And MidAmerican Nazarene player picks up the ball and runs it into the end zone, but the play was dead again. So the Bobcats will punt again. And Daryl, Bobcats came into this game 83rd in the nation out of 88 teams in scoring, and I don't think they're going to improve on that today.
No, I would kind of, unless there's a lot of shutouts across the country in the NAIA.
They're averaging 14 points a game coming into this one, and a goose egg on the board with 8 minutes left to go. And now Frink comes on the field late, as Bobcats only had 10 players on the punt team. And they end up taking a delay of game play on the punt because they only had 10 players on the field. And that, not to blame that on Frink. I don't know if he's supposed to be in on the punt. There could have been an injured player, which the Bobcats have had plenty of. But nevertheless, they get a delay of game on the punt. And Connery stands back inside his 25, gets the snap, gets a low punt away. Davis backpedals. It lands at the 20. Takes a Bobcat bounce and is going to be downed inside the 15. Finally going to stop rolling about the 11-yard line. 7:56 to go.
That will certainly be the deepest that the Pioneers have started today, won't it, Doc?
It will. The Pioneers have started 5 drives in Peru State territory today. Plus, they've started at their own 46 and their own 42 in addition to that. So definitely starting at their own 11 is their worst field position of the day.
Yeah, 364 yards for the Pioneers today going into this drive on 63 plays.
Under center is Jeffries. Hands the ball, actually pitches the ball to Charles Queno. Queno's outside the 15 to about the 17. Tackle on the play for the Bobcats. I believe it was Chance Bauman, the freshman out of Beatrice. Defensively in for the Bobcats now, as we look across there, we see Robert Georges, a defensive back in. He's a sophomore out of Auburn, Nebraska. Justin Barnes, a freshman from Tallahassee, in at the near corner. Turn to hand the ball to Queno, and he's going to have first down out across the 20 at the 21. In on the tackle for the Bobcats is Andrew Shackelford, a freshman out of Bradenton, Florida. Also in the game, Sam Dolzal, the sophomore out of Lincoln. Let's see, Jake Long, the senior out of Kansas City. Also in the game, Seth Keller, I believe that is. No, he's a. Let's see who our defensive line is. Isaiah Spears in at the nose. First down and 10 at the 26 for the Pioneers. Turn turn. They hand the ball to Queno. Queno with the hold to the left side. Gets out to about the 30. Gain of 4 on the play. He's taken down there by Alexander Roth, a senior out of Omaha. Also in on the tackle was Brandon Fletcher, the sophomore out of Maxwell, Nebraska.
The other teams ranked, the GPAC has the number 1 team in the country with Morningside, and Northwest Iowa 8 this week in the GPAC ranked nationally.
They play next week, Northwestern Iowa and Morningside. They play next week. A huge rivalry up in that part of the state of Iowa as we go under 6 minutes here. Queno gets it, and he's got a first down out to about the 39-yard line. The battle for Charles and John Wesley's pride takes place in Lincoln this afternoon as Dakota Wesleyan visits Nebraska Wesleyan in a game there.
Oh, and Dakota Wesleyan is ranked number 19, too. So there's another team, the GPAC, ranked nationally.
Dakota Wesleyan comes out of Mitchell, South Dakota.
Yeah, the Ottawa in the KCAC is ranked number 15. I tried to get some stats on that, but they aren't showing up today on DAC stats.
First down and 10 for MidAmerican Nazarene. They hand the ball to the big fullback, Johnson. He gets out to about the 43-yard line, tripped up there. He was tripped up there by Cody Combs, sophomore linebacker out of Plattsmouth. And Daryl, of course, the running back out of Ottawa is none other than our local Luke Lundy.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get their stats this afternoon. They're the highest-ranked team in the KCAC. Friends and Tabor also ranked, but Ottawa at number 15.
Luke in about his 8th year of eligibility at Ottawa. He graduated from Auburn High School in 2007. Ball handed to Queno, and Queno is met by Cody Combs. Now coming into the game for the Bobcats, Camden Grasmick, a sophomore out of Layton, along with Sam Dolzal. And Alex Wessels, the senior out of Weeping Water. So a lot of players getting some playing time this afternoon as we go under 4 minutes, 40-0, MidAmerican Nazarene.
Yeah, same thing happened down at Benedictine. Peru, Utel was out of the game, and just pretty much everybody on the bench was able to play that afternoon.
Back to pass on 3rd down and 3, and it's complete down to the 40-yard line. That pass complete from Jeffries to, I believe that was, it is Jason Kiobahung. Well, he said Angelo Torres. 19, I was looking at number 13, 19, Angelo Torres. It's a first down for MidAmerican Nazarene at the Bobcat 41, 3:30 to go. Ball handed on the reverse. There's a penalty flag on the play. That ball carried by Luther Okayo. And Daryl, he is a senior wide receiver from Nairobi, Kenya. Coming a long way to play for the Pioneers.
Well, yeah, last night on the Bobcat volleyball team, they have a junior from Croatia playing for the Bobcats. So when she's a senior, her parents will have to travel to quite a ways for senior night. But it's West Point, Utah. Nicole Suva, her parents made it clear to Peru last night for the senior game.
So a holding call on the Pioneers will move them back.
It was a quick hold. That flag was thrown by the umpire just seconds after the ball was snapped, but I was thinking more like an offside or something. But that was an unusual official to call it. But yeah, the holding call that'll help. Yeah, puts the Pioneers back on their own side of the 50-yard line.
About ready to go under 3 minutes in this one. 40-0, MidAmerican Nazarene. Ball handed to Queno. Big hole there. He's back to about the original line of scrimmage for the Bobcats. Nice tackle on the play. He gets up a little bit gimpy for the Bobcats. That was Alexander Roth, the senior out of Omaha. So it gets 10 back, right back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. .222 to go and the clock ticking.
Yeah, now over 400 yards in offense today for the Pioneers.
Back to pass is Jeffries. He's hit as he throws it and overthrows his intended receiver, and they're going to call pass interference.
That ball was so far overthrown, I don't think that was catchable. He'd have had to have been out of bounds to catch that ball.
Actually going to call holding.
Okay, I guess you can do that with an uncatchable ball, can't you?
It was interesting. Ryan Zolke is who they're calling that on out of Sterling, and you know, not much room to complain down 40-0, but feet got tangled up. There certainly wasn't a hold on the play. He didn't have his hands on him, but the feet got tangled up, and he went to the ground. And that's always kind of the fail-safe call. When a ball's not catchable, they change pass interference to holding, but there were no hands involved. He held him with his feet, I guess, because he tripped him running down the field. So 2:01 to go. 2nd down and 11. Ball at the 42. Jeffries turns, hands the ball to Quano. Quano's got about 3 or 4 in the middle. And now wholesale substitutions for the Bobcats, as Gunnar Orcutt comes in the game along with Kyle Berglund, sophomore out of Creighton. Second down and 7.
For those of you at home that wonder if Doc and I are just sitting at home just so quiet, it got cold in here and we shut the windows in our press box so you don't hear the crowd noise.
Ball is fumbled but recovered by MidAmerican Nazarene. That's the first time they've laid the ball on the carpet today. Ashton Johnson falls on it. I'll tell you what, Daryl, he's 5'10", 255. He is a good-looking freshman, big kid. I have to laugh because the Bobcats just brought in a defensive lineman that's 5'7", 220. He's 5'10", 255 at running back. Give me an idea of the difference in the size of the backups on this team. So Peru State will be on the road next week against Culver Stockton. Leading Baker the last we knew. Ashton Johnson has it here. He's got a first down to the 20. Now, MidAmerican Nazarene, Daryl, they got the ball back with 7:51 left in the game, and they're going to run off the last 8 minutes of this game. Wow.
Yeah, it sure looks like it. It's just amazing what the ball control in this football game.
Well, Benedictine beats Avila 35-14. That's a final. Culver Stockton is ahead of Baker 31-21 at the end of the third quarter. And Graceland now trailing 34-9. And that's going to be your final. MidAmerican Nazarene comes in, beats Peru State 40-0. We'll be back with our postgame show after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Are you or someone you care for downsizing or moving to town but need affordable housing? Prairie Hill Senior Townhomes in Syracuse could be your home. 2-bed, 1-bath, covered porch, and attached garage, all on one level. Appliances, including stackable washer-dryer, provided. Best of all, maintenance, lawn care, and snow removal are done for you. Ask about 19 and up, 1-bid housing at Westview Manor Apartment.